to speak about the benefits of bodybuilding. I talk down on bodybuilding in some of my videos, but now I want to talk about some of the positives in relation to martial arts, to fighting. Alright, like, as far as bodybuilding is concerned, it's more of the exterior, how you look, alright? And really, to be a proficient fighter, proficient martial artist, it's not really, the primary focus should not be how you look, alright? If you train hard in your martial art, automatically your body should be transformed to the point where you should look in pretty good shape. But I believe that sometimes, or a lot of times, when people are too restricted in the way they train and they just don't want to lift any weights and all they do is practice techniques, that's not going to be sufficient enough in order to take their physique to a higher level in which to make their techniques more effective. But even if it's not even about techniques, if you're just working out just to look good, look better, look bigger, or more cut, more tone, stronger, whatever, the positives that I see in it is that it might even be more practical. In a sense of where in modern society, as an adult, many times from what I see, there's no reason the practicality of fighting is non-existent. If you live a peaceful life, there's really no reason for you to fight. People don't really give you a reason to fight, and even if they did try to give you a reason, you don't go for it, and you don't search for danger, and danger rarely ever comes to you. So I say this from experience, because through all the years I've been training, I've never gotten into fighting. I don't even get close to it, and that's from my experiences, and from some of the a lot of people that I train, it's the same thing, because it's just immature to even take it to the physical level. It's just ridiculously, and it's ridiculous, not even worth it. And so, as far as the fighting aspect is concerned, if you're gonna train years and years, and all you do is preparing for that fight that never comes, it kind of comes to the point where it's like, why am I even training these techniques when rarely, I don't even think I'll ever get in a fight, and you train the techniques enough to the point where you're confident. So what else is there to do? And that's where bodybuilding could come into play, and now you might be working out for a different purpose. Maybe you do want bigger arms or a bigger chest, or your legs are kind of skinny, you want to make them balance out with the rest of your body, or you do want to get that six-pack, and you do want to train hard for it. I don't really see a negative in doing that. Just as long as you're doing it in a healthy way. And to tell you the truth, a lot of times that's what women are attracted to. They want a man with a nice physique. And if you're a man that wants a woman, then automatically you kind of have to meet up to those standards if you want to find a good woman. Just like a man usually will want a woman that's in shape, same thing with the woman. She usually would prefer a man that's in shape as well. And for example, you got those marathon runners, they're great at what they do, but I would never even want to have a body type like that, where you're just so skinny to the point where you're just bones. That's not appealing to me. Yes, your physique is not the most important thing in martial arts or whatever, but I believe that we still have an inner desire to have a nice looking physique, and that's kind of where bodybuilding comes into play. And if that's what you want to do, then I believe that it's fine, and sometimes I think it's even better than practicing martial arts, because it's not as is not violent. You you could compete, even if you're the type of person that enjoys competing. You could compete with other people in the gym and not have to hurt them. You see somebody else that has bigger arms, and now you want to get bigger arms than him. Okay, so at least you're not trying to hurt him. Or you see somebody that's bench pressing a lot of weight, and you want to bench press as much as him. That's at least you're not hurting the person. So at least that's more of a healthy competition. But then it becomes unhealthy when you go into bodybuilding competitions and you put your steroids and all these other types of substances in your body, and you try to dehydrate yourself. That's when it becomes unhealthy as well, you know. But as far as just bodybuilding in a healthy way, it could be a great benefit. So martial arts may not be for everyone. If you live a very peaceful life, you don't really need to know much fighting techniques. The basics will do. And even if you knew no fighting techniques at all, and you were just in good shape from weightlifting and exercising in general, you will have a higher likelihood to survive a confrontation just from being in shape. I believe being in shape should be the foundation, and martial arts should come, the techniques of combat should come after that. I think that's how it should be. That you should be in shape first, and then if you have the desire to work on techniques of combat, then it should come after. Alright? So bodybuilding is not necessarily a bad thing. Another thing also is that it also is an intimidation thing. Alright? A lot of times people will see somebody that looks pretty big or is in shape or very cut, and then they might end up getting intimidated. Or they see that you lift a lot of weights and stuff like that and you're strong, they might be intimidated. So even if you don't know any martial arts or any fighting techniques, just from being in shape already works to your advantage by putting fear in the people that might want to hurt you. Okay, so in a sense, that's part of the psychological advantage that you have. And even as a martial artist, I believe that, the people that I train, I always tell them, that they should know how to fight, and also they should be in good shape. They should be able to lift heavy weights, at least a good amount of weight for their weight, and they should be strong and look strong. Because if a lot of times people in the gym are competing with you even when you're not competing with them, and they'll look at you and they'll size you up. If they want to compete with you, even if they want to fight you, they'll look at you and they'll size you up. And if they see that, okay, you're a martial artist, okay, and then they see you try to bench press some weight, and you can't even bench press your own weight. I mean, how does that make you look? It makes you look like a weakling. Even if you think you could punch fast and you could punch strong or powerful, but if you can't even bench press your own weight, that's sad. All right, and when somebody sees that, automatically they're gonna have a lot of confidence into knowing, hey, this guy's weak. I could probably beat him up, and that's how people think. And once you give them that psychological advantage, that works against you. Even if you are a good fighter, even if you practice techniques all the time, and you are a good fighter, that works against you, okay? Because you gave them that. You gave them, you shown them your weakness, all right? But if you go in there and you bench press double your weight, now they look at you like, whoa, this person knows martial arts and he's strong. Now they're gonna double think, like, wow, I might have to watch out for him. So that's just how it goes. I mean, it serves its purpose, all right? No matter how much people will try to deny it, it serves its purpose. Even the physique, the way you look, will serve to be an intimidation for others as well.